was on him like oil from Mary's alabaster bowl. Don't be angry if I wash his feet with my tears and I dry them with my hair. You weren't there the night it found me. You did not feel what I felt when he wrapped his love all around me. And you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. This is Tanika with T Blanding Enterprise. Our Tuesday Talks with Tanika. Today is Tuesday. It is approximately 8:03 a.m. Good morning, everyone. Want to first thank all of you for deciding to spend a small portion of your Tuesday morning with me today. We're so grateful to have you all join in with us this morning. Again, we say thank you to everyone that's watching, everyone that is going to watch this video later during the day today. We're so grateful for you. Real quick, if you can take a few seconds to share this video with your friends, share this video with your loved ones, share this video on your page, tag your friends, tag everyone that you are attached to. We want to get this out as much as possible. God bless you all. Thank you again. Thank you again. And also, if you can hashtag Tuesday Talks with Tanika, hashtag Tuesday Talks with Tanika, I greatly appreciate it. So wanted to dive in really quick with our Tuesday Talks for today. We're going to be expressing and announcing to many of you that the oil is pricey. The oil is pricey. So I'm not certain if a lot of you know about the oil industry and how the price of oil runs the economy and things like that, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So I want to pose a question to those of you that are watching with me. Have you ever felt defeated, or have you ever felt like you were going through something over and over again, or have you ever felt like, the world was caving in on you? But then after you went through it and you got over it, you realized that you were stronger, that the situation developed you, the situation made you more resilient, and the situation allowed for you to be able to share your story with others so others could or won't have to go through what you went through. And so you came out of that situation with a little more wisdom, with a little more insight. And also you came out with the intention of not going back into that situation again. So every situation we find ourselves, whether it be something that we've caused on ourselves or something we fell into, if we've learned from that scenario, then it will teach us to avoid going back into that again. And those of you that may even be thinking now of some situations that you wish that you weren't in it while you were in it, you went inside of it kicking and screaming, I don't want to go through this. I don't want to feel this pain. I don't want to have to deal with this right now. But all the while you were being developed. So I just want to take a few minutes to confirm with some of you, to announce to others that the oil is pricey. The oil is pricey. So this morning, this message, Tuesday Talk, is so important. Real quick, if you will just take a few seconds and share this if you have not already, go ahead and hashtag Tuesday Talks with Tanika. Share this with some people, because before we get into the meat of this, I want to make sure that we have as many viewers as possible. This is a very important factor today. And so as I stated earlier about the oil industry and how the oil industry regulates the economy, right? it regulates the prices of gas. When we think about the price of oil, we automatically think, okay, well, gas prices are going to go up or gas prices are going to go down. And anytime we find ourselves in an economic crisis, we go back to oil, the cost of the oil at the time. And oil has a lot to do with the stock markets, with deficits, with surpluses. And it's all about the price tag that is on the oil that determines all of this. Um, some of you may know where I'm going with this right now. And so if you can just follow me for a few seconds, um, even in the politics, our socialism, things like that, everything is surrounded by the price of the oil. So I just want to quick remind you all, if there's something that you're going through, if there's something that you found yourself have already gone through and you walked out of it, look back over it and see how it has developed you, see how it has propelled you to become who you are, and how the situation that you might even be in today is causing you to pick out little nuggets and pick out little things that you can change the next time, or pick out a different route that you may take the next time. And just like the price of the oil in the oil industry, the price of the oil in our economy, the price of the oil in the world, the oil that we carry on our life is very, very pricey. But not everyone can afford the oil. Not everyone will pay the cost for the oil. A lot of times, we see other people going through things, and we see them coming out, and we see people, living their best life, right? And sometimes we look at that and say, oh, I wonder, what did they do to get this? And so we want to have the end result, but can you pay the cost of the oil? Can you pay the cost of the oil? Because the oil is very, very pricey. We go through things as we are being developed, and as we are calculating the cost for our oil. We go through things like depression, anxiety, fear, pride, rejection, death, persecution, low self-esteem, backbiting, insecurity, loneliness, drug abuse, sex abuse. I mean, I'm sure those of you that are watching, something that I just said is can relate to you in a place that you've been in your life, whether it be financial struggle, financial lack, guiltiness, or arrogance, pride. We've all experienced that at some point in our life, right? And so while we were going through those things in our life, we must understand that those situations did not hold us captive, that we have been graced enough to come out. We have been graced enough to be able to share it with someone else. And now, hindsight, we have a different outlook of what we've gone through. We have a different outlook on the situation itself, and now we can help pull somebody else because of the oil that has been placed on our life. Now we can go through and get somebody else through. We can look back and save our brother and our sister. And because of the price of the oil on your life, we think about people that have gone through different situations, and um, our friends and the people we come in contact with don't even have a clue of what you have gone through. They don't have a clue of what you're currently going through. You could perhaps have just buried a child last week. They couldn't tell it. They could not tell it. Um, and you could probably have just got foreclosed on your house yesterday. People couldn't tell it because they don't know the cost. They don't know the cost of the oil. They don't know the cost of the thing that you're going through, that's made you able to look as if you're not going through anything. You could be just 2 pills away from suicidal, from that overdose. You could just be a thought away from pulling the trigger. But because of the way the oil is set up over your life, you cannot tell. They cannot tell. They don't know the cost. They don't know the cost of the oil that has been placed over your life, and the cost that you paid for the oil. They don't know that cost. They don't understand that cost. And I just wanted to share that with you all today. That although the cost is very pricey, for the oil, you can afford it. You can afford it with change left over. So that is a very key point I wanted to discuss today. You can afford it with change left over. And when I say change left over, I'm talking about a newness in life, a newness in the way you think, a newness in the way that you talk, a newness in the way you will approach situations. You can afford it with change left over. So I want you to go into every situation, not looking at it as woe unto me, not looking into it as I'm being defeated, not looking into it as there's no way for me to come out. Because a lot of times, situations we find ourselves in are just there to develop us, to take that olive, to crush that olive, to be able to bring forth oil, to be able to bring forth that change that's going to come from the breaking of the olives. And so don't resist the pressure that's breaking the olive. Don't resist the pressure, because if you resist the pressure, then you resist the change that you can afford while getting that pressure. And right now, as I'm talking, I'm thinking of the dollar bill. When you go and spend your dollar bill in the store, the paper dollar, right? Okay, they break the dollar to get change. You ask people, okay, do you have change for a dollar? Can I break down this dollar and get 4 quarters? Right? When I get the 4 quarters, now I can distribute it to more people because I have more. I have more to distribute. I have more pieces to distribute. And so I just want to say again, do not resist the pressure and the breaking of your oil. Do not try to avoid situations that cause pressure, because you can do it, you can afford it, you can take it, and you can make it. And I just want to encourage you all to go ahead and if there's something that you want to pursue in life, and you want to go back to school and get your degree, go ahead and get that degree. People won't see you staying up in the middle of the night. They won't see you falling asleep in class. They won't see you doing those discussion boards. They won't see you worrying about that F you got on the last week's assignment, but they'll see that degree. And that's the key and point. They'll see the finish line, but they don't see what they're going through. And that's why it's very, very, very important that we understand the cost of our oil. No one can pay for your oil but you. You're the only one that can afford it. You're the only one that can bring it out. We talk about us being on our jobs for 15 plus years and having to work our behinds off, having to work to prove ourselves, having to work to compare ourselves to make sure that we get that raise and that we get that pension at the end of the day. But when we get that pension at the end of our career, people see the pension. They don't understand the work you put in to get to the pension. So I just want to encourage you today to go ahead and pay the price for your oil, because you can't afford the oil. Your neighbor may not be able to afford your oil. They don't know the cost of your oil because they have not gone through what you have gone through. They don't know what it cost you, what sacrifices you've made to get to the place that you're in, because they weren't the person that had to go through what you had to go through to get to where you are. No one can pay the price for your oil. The price of this oil, the price of the anointing on your life, the price of the life that comes out of your mouth, the price of that is very, very pricey. It's very expensive, and not everyone can afford to pay the price. I just want to encourage you, and encourage you again. Please, please just go through this adversity. Go through it knowing that I'm going to come out stronger than I went in. I'm going to come out being able to pull my sister and my brother out of the situation. I'm going to come out of this situation better than I went in, because I have paid the price of my oil, and now I have change left over. Listen, guys, it's Tuesday morning. It's Tuesday Talks with Tanika. I just want to tell you all that I thank you for your time today. Thank you for sharing this video. Go ahead and hashtag Tuesday Talks with Tanika. I love you all. Love you all. Hope you have a beautiful day, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Have a good day.